After canceling all football activities on Thursday to come together to reflect and discuss ways to take action in the wake of the shooting of Jacob Blake, the Denver Broncos returned to the practice field on Friday. Welcome back for another edition of Training Camp Tonight, powered by Ford. With Kenosha, Wisconsin, and the social injustices affecting the Black communities all around the country at the forefront of the Broncos' minds, Kenosha native Melvin Gordon and social justice activist Justin Simmons met with the media after practice today to share how they hope to influence change.
Seeing, people from our community getting shot in the street, and then the kid getting offered, water, shortly after, before, I don't care when it was just sad to see, man. And the fact that, when you post something about it or put it out there, people are, justifying their actions or justifying why it's okay to shoot someone 7 times in the back. And to me, that's just sad, man. And it's just, it really hits home, especially being from, where I was brought up, man. So it was just really emotional for me. Just try to sit back and understand and just look at it as if, that was, your brother or your husband or your whatever being shot in the back or being shot in the middle of the street. But just try to educate yourself, try to educate yourself the best way you can, or find someone that can put it in, put it in a way that you can understand. And this can happen in anyone's community. It can happen in anyone's community, and we all have to be there for each other. So right now, during these times, man, these tough times, we all have to be one and be united and stand together. It's just tough in general, being a man and having to, stand up in front of a group of men and show emotion, show weakness in a sense. No man like to do that, but I just, anytime Kenosha or anything was brought up or I kept seeing it repeatedly, I just get emotional. I just was getting emotional about it, and I just had to get it off my chest. And, everybody from top down in this organization, from the higher up to the players to the coaches, everyone was supportive, and we all spoke on it. And, their words were very encouraging, and I couldn't thank them more for that, for speaking on that topic. You see, the NBA missing out on games. And like I said, we haven't started our season yet to be able to, compare and contrast of what we can do and how we can do it. But I can guarantee you that conversations will be had. So acknowledge what they're doing, what they're trying to, what they're trying to do with their platform, and let's help make change.
Everyone in the room knew that this was a serious topic, right? We're going to have serious conversation. But when Melvin got up there, it just hit so much closer to home than I think people expected. And I think that's the problem, right? In America is a lot of the times we see these things and yeah, it's sad and it's emotional, but then again, there's also that empathy version, you feel for them, but maybe at not the level because it doesn't directly affect you. And so to have Melvin get up there and to, he said maybe 2 words and then got choked up and emotional. And like I said, man, it just the atmosphere in the room just changed. Conversation is only going to take you so far, and we need to see action. We need to see change. And a lot of the change, some of the change that we're talking about is we passed a bill here in Colorado. And I just feel not a lot of people were even talking about the bill that was passed. And we feel that's a bill that should be in every single state. So just things like that, talking about how we can just be a little bit more impactful, because Colorado is a big sports state, right? And there's no one that holds more power than the Denver Broncos in all those sports. So, we have a real chance here to take hold of something and use our platform and to run with it. So the bill that was passed, it promotes law enforcement accountability and transparency. And here are some of the points within that. It mandates body cameras, public reporting on policing, rein in use of deadly force by officers, prevent rehiring of bad officers, civil rights enforcement by individuals, and it defends Colorado communities. And I've said, maybe at a later date and go into more detail about that, but those are just some of the highlight points where it's at this point, doesn't everyone want some type of accountability like that in their states? And why isn't this bill getting talked about more and things in that nature?